Along the Sandy or Columbia rivers lately, you may have encountered a kind of grisly scene. Dead fish, hundreds of them lining the shoreline. One spot is right at a popular dog park. But here's the thing, wildlife officials stress there's no reason to worry. Environmental reporter Cale Williams headed out to the banks of the Columbia just this morning to tell us why.
It's almost hard to watch. A tiny smelt taking its last few laps around a shallow pool near where the Columbia and Sandy rivers meet, before it dies, like so many around it. The shoreline along this part of the river is dotted with dead smelt. Along just a 50-yard stretch in the Thousand Acres Park near Troutdale, we saw hundreds, so it's easy to imagine there are thousands more in the area. Sierra Schertz, who comes to the park weekly, said her first concern was for her dog, Zia.
Because we didn't really know why they were here. We didn't know if there's something wrong with the fish, so just keeping them away from the fish.
But Tucker Jones, with the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, he told me on a phone call that the scores of dead smelt are actually a sign that nature is functioning as it should.
They spawn in the water, but then after that they start to die. And once they get back, they don't last very long.
Smelt are anadromous, meaning they hatch in freshwater rivers, spend the majority of their lives in the ocean, then return to those same rivers to lay their eggs, their final act before dying.
When they do start to spawn and die, you can see a lot of them dead at once.
But besides being a little gross, the dead fish don't pose any safety risk, though they shouldn't be eaten, so it's probably best to keep your four-legged friends away from them. Smelt were listed as threatened under the Endangered Species Act in 2010, but their numbers have rebounded since then. Enough so that the state occasionally allows for recreational fishing of the species. So if you're hiking along one of the rivers in the area and you spot an expired smelt, fear not. It's all part of the circle of life for a fish. Cale Williams, KGW News.